Hi there. We are on day 134 of our Through the New Testament 1 year. And today we're doing John 4, half of it anyways. Let me get to the right version here. This Bible Gateway program is great. It's got probably over 100 versions in it, so it's well worth the $49 a year, to get out of the ads and stuff. And there's a link to this in the description. So, okay, John 4. Jesus and the woman of Samaria. It's a very famous one, right? Now, when Jesus learned that the Pharisees had heard that Jesus was making and baptizing more disciples than John, although Jesus himself didn't baptize, but his disciples were doing it. And he had a lot of disciples. He was 125 at least that followed him all the time. He left Judea and departed again for Galilee. And he had to pass through Samaria, so he came to a town of Samaria called Sychar. It's called Shechem, okay, today, near the field that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, wearied as he was from his journey, was sitting beside the well. It was about the 6th hour. It's about midday, okay? It probably says that, right? About noon. A woman from Samaria came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." For his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, a Jew, ask for a drink from me, a woman of Samaria? For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans." Jesus answered her, "If you knew the gift of God, and who it was that was saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw water with, and the well is deep. Where do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob? He gave us the well and drank from it himself, as did his sons and his livestock." Jesus said to her, "Everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks of the water that I will give them will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I may not be thirsty or have to come here to draw water." Jesus said to her, trick question here, right? "Go, call your husband and come here." The woman answered him, "I have no husband." She said to her, "You are right saying I have no husband. For you have had 5 husbands, and the one you now have is not your husband. What you have said is true." The woman said to him, "Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet. Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, but you say that in Jerusalem is the place where people ought to worship." Jesus said to her, "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem will you worship the Father. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know, for salvation is from the Jews. But the hour is coming and is now here, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Okay, that's a very important thing. In spirit and in truth. For the Father is seeking such people to worship him. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. Right? That's why he's able to come inside of you. Okay. The woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, he who is called Christ. When he comes, he will tell us all things." Jesus said to her, "I who speak to you am he." He told her right out front. Right? Just then his disciples came back. They marveled that he was talking with a woman, but no one asked, "What do you seek?" or "Why are you talking with her?" So the woman left her water jar and went away into town and said to the people, "Come, see a man who told me all that I ever did. Can this be the Christ?" They went out of the town and were coming to him, right? So a lot of people, Samaritans, Jacob's descendants, came to see Jesus. Have you noticed how many times it's always a woman alerting the men, "Hey, something just happened," right? Even after he died. "Mary, come, I saw Jesus." No, you didn't. So there you go. That is first part of John 4. The Samaritan also is a good story. Okay. That, right? The hour is coming and is now here when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. Okay. The hour is here. Okay. Jesus is in here. Okay. We are the church. Your body is the temple. It is no longer the building. Okay. A building is just where you congregate, but you are the church. Okay. That's what that means. The first start of that, you are the church. You will worship Father in spirit and in truth. Very important. So there you go. We'll mark that complete. And tomorrow states the rest of it. That's a long chapter. Okay. And he's still there. Samaritans. Okay. It was just going on with the story, you know. Many Samaritans from that town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. He told me all that I ever did. So when the Samaritans came, they asked him to stay with them, and he stayed there for 2 days. And many more believed because of his word. Samaritans, not Jews, right? The Jews hated the Samaritans. So, cool stuff. So, there you go. We stay 134 and a little piece of what's ahead for day 135. Right? So, catch up with any you may have missed, and give us a like if you think about it, okay? But tomorrow we'll do it again. Yeah.